Hello, Notre Dame. This is Weekend Update. My name is Jackson Herrfeldt.
And I'm Amanda Pilarski.
And this is the news.
Funny though.
Notre Dame student government released a statement criticizing the recently announced plan to repeal the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or DACA program. In response, Congress, the Trump administration, and important people everywhere agreed to do whatever it is they recommend instead.
They are the highest authority in the land after all.
That is true. That is true.
This past week, the university announced that they were awarding an honorary monogram to former Secretary of State and Notre Dame alum Condoleezza Rice. When she asked where she could pick up the monogram, Rice was told it would be available on an embroidered towel to be purchased at the bookstore for only $47.99.
Fair price. That's a fair price there.
Always is.
Good market, good market. The Notre Dame football team beat the Michigan State Spartans on Saturday, 31-18. I'm just thanking God it was the Spartans and not the Trojans, said Notre Dame football coach Brian Kelly in a statement, or we wouldn't have been able to protect ourselves.
Contraception.
Gross.
Earlier this week, students, faculty, and members of the community gathered in Fieldhouse Mall to protest worker mistreatment at companies such as Walmart. The event was met with some criticism from food service employees on campus, who characterized working at Taco Bell after 2 a.m. on a Friday as a human rights violation.
Been there. It is horrible. It is travesty.
Eating there is a human rights violation too.
Correct. This past Friday, Walsh Hall selected Mr. O'Neill as the winner of their annual Mr. ND pageant. This reporter would like to qualify this news, however, with a reminder that there is only one true Mr. ND on campus, and that is God. At the risk of editorializing, I would venture to guess that there will be no ring by spring, and all passing grades for freshman theology classes will be rescinded for any parties involved in the appointment of this false idol.
Just gonna get in a quick Hail Mary right now.
Yeah, just don't wanna get rid of that.
A recent article in The Observer discussed the St. Mary's Straight and Gay Alliance's plans to continue advocating for the LGBT community on campus. When informed of this news, United States Vice President Mike Pence announced that he would be staging a walkout for the St. Mary's commencement this year.
You know, Amanda, I am a gay.
Oh, really?
Speaking of commencement speakers, I think I speak for myself and the entire student body when I say that I will walk out of our commencement if our speaker is anyone other than Junior Q's funding applicant and king of campus memes, Joseph Lovano.
You know, Jackson, I'm going to have to agree with you there. Joseph Lenovo shook the entire campus on a quiet Sunday evening last weekend when he very publicly declared his intent to apply for Q's funding.
Young Joseph Hewlett-Packard brought the Notre Dame family together when his email turned into an opportunity for the student body's best and brightest to showcase their comedic talents in an email chain that will truly go down in history.
Yes, Joseph Sony Vio turned into a Notre Dame celebrity overnight. But the timing of this momentous event seemed a little too perfect to be an accident.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Did you not find it a bit suspicious that an occurrence that got the entire campus talking came just a few days after one of the most controversial decisions the administration has ever made?
You know, now that you mention it...
That's right, conspiracy! You didn't think we were going to talk about the housing thing just because of Joseph MacBook's hilarious error. Well, joke's on you, because we're gonna.
And now, a discussion of the relative merits of the university's recent decision regarding housing. Hooray!
We're very happy!
Oh my God, this is amazing. It's so great.
Jackson, you live off campus, right?
I do, Amanda. And guess what? I hate it.
You know, I do too. And I gotta be honest, I'm terrified most of the time. I'm the oldest adult in my house, and I am a meek young girl of 22.
Do boys ever show up to your house?
You know, even past midnight, Sunday through Thursday, and 2 a.m., Friday and Saturday. Sometimes I hear men's voices, and it's not a TV show.
That's awful. See, my roommates keep buying alcohol over 14%, and there's no one to report them to. I can't handle that much. I'm only 21.
Good thing they're imposing this rule. Just this past week, I was getting too carried away with trying new recipes. I think I might have even had some authentic Indian food by accident. I wish I could go back to the same slice of cheese pizza and expertly dried fish they have at the dining hall to get back to my normal schedule.
I bet the kids with celiacs and other dietary restrictions are probably stoked about this because they have so many choices now. You know what I mean? They probably just want to go back to their regular diet of a salad with one gluten-free dressing every single day.
And just think about the athletes. They're probably stoked to get to listen to the raucous dorm parties until 2 a.m. on a Friday before their games and practices or 7 a.m. weights. So much fun!
Exactly, so true. I'm so glad the university consulted us on this decision. Just last week, I was saying I don't feel like an adult, and now the university agrees. They just get us.
Totally. This plan to keep seniors on campus works.
We shouldn't have the freedom to choose what we want to do with our lives.
I am a woman after all.
And I'm a gay. We do need some structure. Thank God it's elderly, white, celibate people who are deciding it for us.
Best idea ever.
Totally. And with that, that's the news. We thank you for joining us.